Hey guys, this is Deshaun Sullivan with The Sully Podcast. You can find The Sully Podcast on all of our platforms on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, and Facebook, and that is all at The Sully Podcast. We usually do a lot of speaking about different topics, from human trafficking to Palestine and all these different things that are going on in the world today. But today we're going to speak on within the next 10 minutes we're going to speak on the situation, with Aafia Siddiqui and how that actually happened. So, Dr. Aafia Siddiqui, she grew up in Pakistan, had a very great life, um, up until one very great incident. And this incident was that she was intertwined with a few U.S. military personnel, and they claimed that she had shot rounds off at them, and she didn't have a gun. There was no shells at the actual crime scene. There was no crimes actually committed that day. And the thing is, she's been falsely imprisoned for over 2 decades now, which is absolutely heinous and ridiculous. She's been through rape, sexual abuse, physical abuse, been beaten inside of these prisons. She's been tortured, really, for over 2 decades for a crime that she never committed. Dr. Aafia Siddiqui is an innocent person, and to go to the extent of not only imprisoning her, but for as long as it's been, is almost a violation of what we believe in, like as Americans, in of itself. We're very freedom-loving people. We're very, very freedom-oriented. We always search for the good, in things, and so I do believe that having a lady, that her only real quote unquote crime, to the world was being a Pakistani Muslim woman, is that, she had all of her freedoms, kind of like taken away, and really it's un-American to kind of really throw. It's very un-American to ignore people that were thrown into jails, into prisons, for unjust causes, and again, there's no real evidence whatsoever. If she was on the other side, if there was anything that happened that she was actually like indicted on, like on a real specific cause, that would be an entirely different situation, but there's no evidence whatsoever. And between the United States government and the Pakistani government, both of those governments have not been able to come to any sort of conclusion on her freedom, on her release, on her repatriation. And it's more than crazy, especially in the 21st century, that she does not have the freedom that she's supposed to have, today, that she deserves right now. She does not have that. And it's only because we do have lots of, corrupt politicians, people that want to play out a story like this into a nationalist, narrative, and be very anti-Islam. I wouldn't necessarily say pro-America, because Americans are very, again, like freedom-loving. Ever since 1776, we've always been going against some form of corrupt government. And so to really see this happen today makes you think about, like, the Boston Tea Party, for example, and what happened then. If enough people knew about situations like this, like right now, would they have another Boston Tea Party? Maybe, maybe not, but it's more than time to get the word out there, to get the message out there. If you guys want to follow this story, go at Aafia Movement Official and go on the Instagram. You can check out there. You can check out absolutely everything. You can go and follow her sister, actually, Dr. Fauzia Siddiqui, on Instagram, and those are really the two main places to go and follow this story. But it's honestly everywhere. There's articles, there's news articles. It's very prominent, at least in Pakistan and Bangladesh and India, like that part of the world. This is a very known topic, a very known thing that happened, and really here we're just trying to bring it home because she is here. She is in prison, here in America. So for me, in my own regard, that's the best thing that I can do as an American citizen, is to raise my own awareness here, let everybody know that understands, like what I'm speaking about, to go follow, make some noise, raise awareness, and get her out of prison. That is the absolute main thing. And I honestly just want to leave that here. So again, you guys can follow the Celly Podcast on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, and Facebook, all at the Celly Podcast. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end it. God bless.